Hello, my darlings. It is I, your host, Madam Tilly, and welcome to the Waifu Tavern podcast. Here, with my special friend today, Bud Bear. How you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm not that special though. I'm just some bear that wandered in.
Yee.
I I
Okay.
saw bagels.
Oh yeah, we got plenty of those. Yeah, you can't shake a stick about hitting a bagel.
I mean, plenty of lox with the bagels, smoked salmon. Hell yeah.
Oh yeah, that's what they do. Had that salmon, flavored cream cheese. This is a friendship that was destined.
I do need to avoid that slug though. It's giving me the stink eye.
Oh man, because we were just watching a video about killer clowns from outer space, and
God.
Slug could probably be a movie, like a movie horror creature.
And just one day it stops being a creature of chaos and matures into a full elf.
Yep. Yeah, so we chill. We chill out, as we get older.
Do they just kind of drop off your ponytail occasionally?
Yeah. Like whenever I need a haircut, Slug is born. Yes. That's basically kind of how it works. If I ever die, Slug evolves into a Tilly.
How many slugs have evolved into tillies by at this point?
That's the only one's a chibi at the moment, so, yeah. I'm trying to live as long as possible. It's just one Tilly, one chibi, and 18 slugs.
I know a certain someone who is going to have the "It's Always Sunny" yarn board with this new lore drop.
It's just let's see here. But, forget about, slug lore, let's talk about Mario lore. So, good old Super Mario. Basically Mr. Video Game. Um, yeah, this guy. It's crazy how like the most popular video game character is just some random short dude. Like plumber Italian dude. Yeah.
Yeah, Mario and Luigi were originally from Brooklyn.
Yeah, which is also kind of strange considering it's like just like a very Japanese man created Brooklyn character. Um, let's see here, and but like yeah, do you think like like the biggest video game character in all time would be like something like a bit more cooler, maybe a little more fantasy based, you know? But yeah, it's just crazy. I think this Mario just came out like at the right time, you know?
Yeah,
Uh,
I actually know some of the history behind that.
Spill it, darling.
Uh, Donkey Kong had been a huge hit in American arcades even after the 1983 video game crash.
Yeah.
And then Mario Brothers, like the little arcade game, had been a big hit too, comparatively, because the 1983 video game crash had been destroying the games industry in the West. And then here comes Nintendo, who snuck the NES into a test run in 1985 into FAO Schwartz, I think, was the toy store in New York for a East Coast soft launch, and it was such a runaway hit that it launched nationwide in 1986. And despite the hardware being a little crusty by Japanese standards in 1985 and 1986, it was far and above anything the US had seen as far as home consoles went at that point, because home consoles basically went completely off the market in 1983 with the Atari 2600, ColecoVision, and Intellivision imploding on the back of too many bad games and not enough regulation in the market. So there was no way to tell what games were good and what games were bad. And then
Yeah.
along comes
It's
Nintendo with this launch title lineup of comparatively incredible games. And then you get to the final launch. The one they started packaging with it because it had been so far and away above what everyone else had seen. Super Mario Brothers. Like, can you imagine the last game you played before playing an NES was Kaboom on your uncle's Atari 2600? Suddenly, there's this game where you run and jump through colorful levels, and the levels just keep going. Realize you've been playing for 3 hours, and when you count back, you're at World 8-8, or you're at World 8-4. There's 32 levels.
Yeah. It's personal experience.
Yeah, like the screen scrolls. That was unheard of in a home console at that point.
Oh, yeah. Because Atari games, you usually just got, like, the one screen, what blocks were on it,
Yeah,
Uh,
a few games scrolled up or down, but very, very
yeah.
choppy.
Oh, yeah. Uh, so, yeah, and just, it was a visual and an audio spectacle.
Oh yeah, like
Uh,
it had background music. It was pleasant to listen to.
I'm sure there's, like, a video of, like the development cycle or something about it.
For like supplemental watching, um, where I get a lot of layman video game history from is I know it's taboo to mention bigger YouTubers videos like this, but Jeremy Parrish, um, chronologically going through the NES and all of its competition year by year. He does short, punchy videos about video game history, and the context around the games when they came out, which is where I would recommend starting if you have any interest in video game history. Beyond a couple of nerds just talking about how much they like Mario.
Oh, yeah. Let's see now. Like, let's say, thing is, I was always kind of, for the most part, on the opposite tracks of the Nintendo, because, like, I was, for some reason, I had the Sega or the PlayStation most of the time. The only time where Nintendo was my main console during its actual launch cycle was, the N64. And look, that was a very, very Nintendo console. So you can kind of argue, like, maybe like the GameCube didn't have too many Mario games going for it. But then again, now I think about the GameCube, kind of like flopped harder than the 64 did.
The
Uh,
GameCube also had a lot of supplementary Mario games like Mario Party, Mario Tennis,
yeah.
Mario Strikers, Mario Kart.
Yeah, we're gonna get into it too, but like Mario had a shitload of games.
Yeah.
Uh, I wonder if there's a total number, but I think you think it's triple digits. Uh,
I don't know. Might be. If you
let's
count
see
all
here.
the games he's guest starred in.
Okay, I can do that, but
He was like
three,
the
five,
referee in
seven,
Nintendo
nine.
Tennis.
Okay, so sorry. So one. So yeah, technically this count ports, I guess. But 54, 55. See here, 85. Oh, the Stella view. But let's see here. 97, 98.
The
Okay.
Teleview was so interesting and
Yeah.
kind of shitty at the same time.
113. Oh, the N64 DD. 17. IQ player. Fuck. Let's see here. 23. 26. Oh yeah, Skylanders.
He was in Skylanders?
Apparently.
You learn something new
Uh,
every day.
oh, it never had released in Japan. Okay, 74, then Wii U, because a lot of these gotta be ports. So 96. So we're at 201 so far.
Jesus.
Portable, now we're just getting into the portables. We're already at 201. 214, 15. See, it's also counting Donkey Kong games as well as Mario, but I guess it's in the realm. 15 to, so you're 20, 41, 45, 48, 9, 51, 54, 65, 69, okay, so 97, so the E-reader, okay, let's see here. So 306 so far. Let's see here, 330, 41,
Jesus Christ,
48,
Mario, take a break. Give Luigi some of the spotlight. He's better than you anyway.
43, so then, let's see here, 67, okay, alright, not counting the eShop. The NVIDIA Shield. Okay, well, let's just say, because okay, yeah, cause we're counting, like, arcade ports now, and every port, so I'll have to really break it down, but let's just say, I'll say 100, over 100, maybe 150 games or something like that.
Yeah.
Because, like, half of these are ports, half of these are, like, re-releases on the digital stores, and then some of them are, like, they count Donkey Kong games, or the Yoshi games, or Wario. But, let's see, or because these are listed by platforms. But yeah, so otherwise it's pushing like 500, I guess. Or maybe I just Google total Mario games.
That's a lot of Mario games.
Let's see, it's like nothing wants to give me an exact fucking number. Like I would have to like research this.
Like, do we count his appearance in NES Pinball, where he was like controlling the platform in the bonus stage?
Let me look on Wikipedia this time.
Or do we count NES Tennis, where he was the referee?
Yep, they count apparently.
Okay. I know we count Donkey Kong because he was the protagonist. Do we count Donkey Kong Jr., where he was the antagonist?
Okay, so although this is not up to date because it's from December, as far as December 1st, 2023, Mario is featured in 238 games.
Wait, do we count Donkey Kong 3? Is Stanley secretly the third Mario brother, regular Giuseppe?
But for particulars, there are 24 main titles, 238 games featuring Mario, and 11 honorable mention Easter eggs. Okay.
That's interesting.
So yeah, this would maybe I should do more research or something. No, we go for every game and let's imagine doing a Mario game tier list. We gotta do a tier list at some point. Oh man.
I've probably played most of them. I could.
Okay. And before we break into games though, how about the old ass Mario cartoons?
The first two were so bad they were good.
Yeah.
The Super Mario World cartoon fell to like the same bullshit that every cartoon back then did,
Oh yeah.
where TV executives were convinced that we didn't want to see the cool heroes doing things in the cartoons. We wanted to see other kids. And
Yeah, that was a phase for cartoons, huh?
I'm like, at one point, I'm sitting here watching fucking Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, and this little shit, I forget his name, but he's calling himself the fifth turtle, and he's just a kid in a mask, and I'm like, but I want to see the Ninja Turtles do martial arts and ninja shit.
Remember Captain N?
I don't want Captain.
Oh, man, they did make him dirty.
They massacred my boy. They killed Mega Man.
Yeah.
They took him out back and shot him and came back with someone who mega talks like mega this.
Yeah, they basically shot him and someone like put on his skin.
Don't even
Oh
get me
man.
started on fucking Pitt, who they just decided was named Kid Icarus, and he talks like Thisicus,
Oh yeah.
which is apparently one of the reasons we didn't get another Kid Icarus game.
And then everyone, Simon Belmont, it's like they just capture him in a fucking big sack. Like, that guy killed Dracula, and he just goes down like that.
He was all vain and shit. Oh, I'm
Yeah.
so handsome.
Okay. Let's see here. What'd you see that Super Mario Bros. Live action film?
I really actually legitimately enjoy it, and I
Same.
think it's held to an unreasonable standard.
Yeah.
Like, how would you make a game accurate Mario Brothers movie before the Super Nintendo was out?
Yeah, it's like that's that's the problem with like both that and the recent movie, is that like the old movie did not have any lore to go off of. The new movie had too much lore.
See, the thing is, like, the new movie also didn't choose to go off of any existing lore. And it also cast a slice
What's
of
it?
Wonder Bread as Mario.
Oh, probably gonna talk about Seth. So everyone complains about Seth.
Seth?
Seth Rogen.
Seth Rogen's not my problem in that movie. It's fucking Chris Pratt.
Ah,
Seth Rogen knows how to be funny. Chris Pratt knows how to read his lines and get a paycheck. Like, Seth Rogen's annoying, don't get me wrong, but like, when he stops being annoying, he's funny.
yeah.
Chris Pratt's like, it's a me Mario, now give me $10 million.
Oh man. So but yeah, I did with the NES though, it's like Wrecking Crew is actually pretty underrated.
Oh yeah, Wrecking Crew is an incredible little puzzle. The
Yeah, it
fact
kind
that
of reminds me of Burger Time because you're like I'm constantly on the edge of those things coming after me.
Oh yeah, but unlike Burger Time, you can't play by reflex. You gotta think. You gotta use those brain meats. I'm not very good at
Yeah.
it. I think my favorite supplementary Mario game on the NES is Dr. Mario.
Oh yeah, that could be pretty addicting.
Like, it's not one I like to play a lot myself, but every now and again I'll take my NES Mini or my Raspberry Pi 4 down to my grandpa's room and I'll plug it into the TV. I'll give him the cordless controller and he'll sit there for 7 hours and play Dr. Mario.
Make sure he hydrates.
Yeah, he's always got he hydrates.
Nice. Uh, uh, I gotta play the Wii U exclusive Dr. Luigi.
I should get that. I have a Wii U right over there.
I know the Wii U store's probably closed, isn't it?
Yeah, Wii U's hackable now.
Oh, okay. But I'm pretty sure it's just the Luigi coat of paint.
Yeah, but
Uh,
Ouija number one.
Ye- so yeah, I always like Luigi a little more. I guess I gotta say for sidekicks, like I like the Tails over Sonic, I like Robin over Batman. Yeah, I guess I was really into the sidekicks or something.
I mean, in the case of Luigi, he does everything Mario does, but better. And the games that actually have statistics to them.
Oh yeah.
And the only thing Mario has over him is traction. Like Luigi controls a little slipperier, but he jumps higher and stays in the air long.
Apparently Luigi's a scared boy.
I mean, Mario's known for his great jumping skills, but his taller, skinnier brother out jumps him.
here. Yeah. Especially that's more evident in Mario 2, which was Doki Doki Panic ripoff.
Less a ripoff, more
Reskinning?
technically, but there was more to it than that. The problem was the American playtesters
Mm-hmm.
played the Japanese Super Mario Brothers 2. And I'll stand by this sentiment as someone who beat that by the skin of his teeth. Um, like the American playtesters, which were a bunch of avid gamer warehouse workers, one of whom was later named the president of the American branch. They would sit and play games a few times a week, and Nintendo would ask them which ones they should bring to the US officially. When it came to Mario Brothers 2 Japan,
Mm-hmm.
and I quote, Mr. Miyamoto, why would you make such a cruel, mean game?
Tuh.
And it was also like more of an expansion pack than a full sequel. Like
Yeah.
in Japan, it was marketed as Super Mario Brothers 2 Expert,
Mm-hmm.
um, for super players only.
Yeah.
And eventually, when it came out, what's known as Super Mario Brothers 2 US, which is the Doki Doki Panic, was wildly more popular. Like, people have have revised the gaming history here, but Mario Brothers 2 Japan was unpopular. Differences between Doki Doki Panic and Super Mario Brothers 2 include not having to beat the game with every character to get the ending, lack of a save system, but addition of warp points, stuff like that.
Let's see here. Then we get to Lost Levels. Have you ever
Yep.
beat the game?
Lost Levels?
Yeah.
That was Super Mario Brothers 2 Japan.
Yeah. Have you ever beat it?
Yeah, by the skin of my teeth. I would never want to do it again. It was
It's just.
viscerally unpleasant and unfun in the back half. And I would call myself a super player. So I guess take that, Miyamoto. I think what makes it super mean is like it feels like every time you're desperate for a mushroom in the back half of the game, trying to get big, break a brick, get that extra hit point.
Yeah.
Every time it'll throw you the poison mushroom.
Tuh. A mushroom. I thought we were friends.
Yeah, turns out you can't even trust power ups in Mario Brothers 2 Japan.
Yeah. So and I never like those games where it's like one hit you're dead.
The lost level should have stayed dead, or should have stayed lost.
Oh. Let's see. Yeah. Probably inspiration for like those hard ROM hacks.
Oh yeah, Cat Mario and whatnot, or fucking Kaizo Mario.
Let's see here. Mario Brothers 3. You think it's overhyped or what?
In the modern era, I think it's underhyped in favor of Super Mario World.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
I legitimately think that even the bad parts of Mario, like the coolest power ups being so rare, wrap around to make it a little better. Because, like, yeah, there's one hammer suit in the game and it's super rare, and like, you probably won't find it your first time through. When you do find it, it feels that much more special. And if you manage to get it all the way to Bowser, find out it takes Bowser out with 3 hammers.
Oh, nice.
Yeah. Like, it's just full of shit like that. It is probably the best NES. Little dude, puppy, stop.
Puppy.
He's just behind me, staring soulfully at me and whining because he thinks my soda is some kind of snack.
Oh. Let's see here. But yeah, no, Free is my aunt's favorite game of all time. Cause like, I want one of my aunt, she was kind of like stuck in time.
Yeah.
Like even though new technology come out, she never really got anything beyond the NES and like a VHS player.
Yeah.
Um,
I can understand that if you're comfortable and you don't want to keep up with the Joneses, more power to you.
yeah.
But
By the time she passed away, like the PS2, PS3 was coming out, when she still had the NES.
yeah.
I got her copy of Mario 3 right here. And but yeah, such a good game. Like so many levels. Like it really stepped it up, for sure. Um, like and like even it probably took like almost like maybe like an hour for you to clear a whole stage. There's like 9 levels per stages.
Yeah.
If you did it legit, it's just
The warp whistles were originally put in as a way to resume your progress because there
okay.
was no save system. But it was envisioned as the ultimate Mario game that the NES/Famicom would be capable of hosting, I suppose you'd say. The design philosophy was to make the best Mario game for the end of life before uh, the Super NES came out. Or Super Famicom in Japan.
Yeah. Let's see. Let's see here. Nintendo World Championships. That was silly. And then Mario's missing and Mario's Time Machine. What the fuck? Trying to make educational games, really?
I see the intent, and I don't hate the intent. Um, the fact of the matter is, what makes them bad is not that they're Mario edutainment games; it's that they're not Mario edutainment. They're edutainment games with a Mario skin.
Mm-hmm.
Like, if they'd put a Mario spin, you know, have actual levels where Mario has to, I don't know, bop the Goombas on the head so the Joan of Arc situation plays out so it should.
Okay, a little bad.
Mario Ball Xenoverse.
Let's see here. Oh yeah, there's the Wario Woods games. Very underrated.
Wario's Woods is an incredible puzzle game, and the last game released for the Famicom by Nintendo, at least.
Oh my gosh. What would you think of Wario? Like, as a villain?
Wah! Uh, he's all right. I think he's a better reluctant protagonist than villain.
Yeah, he kind of like he quickly fell into like lackey status. That's for sure.
Yeah, like the Wario Land games were really good because eventually he's just this rich asshole that people like to fuck with. Like Wario Land 3 on Game Boy Color is just about fucking saving your castle and getting all your treasure back.
Let's see. And but yeah, then we got Super Mario World, and which was like I believe like a launch title, which crazy the amount of both the content and the innovation in that game.
I
Um,
think I think my favorite thing about Mario World is how comparatively laid back it is.
it can be. I
Like
completely suck at the game. You saw me play.
it's either speed through it like a fucking greased lightning bat out of hell, or take your time and enjoy yourself. Like there's options. My only big gripe about it is that there's not the same variety of power-ups as Mario 3.
Oh, that's true. Yeah.
Like, there's Fire Flower, there's Mushroom, there's Cape, there's Yoshi.
Yeah, Yoshi was kind of like your focus.
Yeah.
Uh, uh,
I don't know, there's not really a lot to say about Mario World that hasn't already been said.
let's see here, but I was going to go to Super Mario All Stars. That was a neat treat, like the compilation back on Super Nintendo, and with like 4 games in one.
It was
Uh,
it was neat, and it was the first time that Lost Levels came out in the States, and I am sorry about my dog in the background.
oh, that's
It
fine.
was the first time the Lost Levels came out in the States, and we got to find out exactly why they should have stayed lost, but
But you got to play as Luigi. This is
true.
was even harder.
If you knew how to control his traction, he made the game trivial, actually.
Oh, shit.
But
And
Mario All Stars was weird because, like, it's nice to see these games upscaled, I suppose you'd say, to SNES, but the physics were weird comparatively because they couldn't just shove the NES version on it and slap a coat of paint on it. They had to recode them. And Mario 3 feels especially off comparatively. But then they released a version of Mario All Stars with Super Mario World included. So, you know what? If you want a tasty Mario treat on the Super Nintendo, it's a good place to go.
let's see here. I think they kind of dropped the ball like some time ago on when they did like the Mario Anniversary Collection on the Wii. It was just fucking repackaged Mario All Stars. Like there's nothing special about it whatsoever.
Yeah. Um, and the Switch Mario 3D All Stars was just fucking. Yeah, I guess it makes sense to never sell this again. Cool. Yay. Assholes.
Yeah. And apparently Mario Day's March 10th now. Um,
M
and
M4. Yep. Spells out Mario, kinda.
then I did freaking because they took the 3D All Stars off. Like March 31st is Mario's Death Day.
Yeah.
Hey, great! You had to kill him off for my birthday. Very nice, Nintendo.
Oh shit, as of time of recording. Oh shit, it's May, not March. Never mind. Happy belated birthday.
I just so thank you.
I may be stupid.
I'm hungry. What'd you think of Yoshi's Island?
Didn't like it as much. Like, it was still good, very imaginative, but
Yeah.
it was fine. I
Yeah,
did
like
really like the visuals, though.
oh yeah, and then they're experimenting with the Mode 7 graphics.
Yeah.
Um, so like, I kind of wasn't well, yeah, cause I'm not really crazy about babies. You know, so like, I got it's gonna be annoying. It's like it's basically an escort mission. Um, and so I didn't really get a chance to play it much.
Eh, as far as escort missions go, on a scale of Time Splitters 1, your escortee walks slowly towards the goal no matter what's going on, versus Ashley from Resident Evil 4 stays out of your way and hides when you tell her to. Um, say Baby Mario is about as good as Ashley.
me, Yoshi. This is.
Help, Yoshi! Said get in the fucking dumpster. Bang, bang, bang.
Let's see here. Then there was the first Mario Kart. Which yeah, I just especially when you come off cause I played 64 first, and like Mario Kart's like wow, this is really really bland comparison.
It
Uh,
felt really cool when I was a little kid playing it when it was new. Uh, Mario Kart 64 made it real hard to go back to, though. Yeah.
yeah. Yeah, it's like but yeah, sort of thing. I like how freaking the American version had to censor Peach's like wine mom celebration. Uh, uh, and
Oh, did I win? Give me another mimosa, bitch.
oh, that sounds good.
It's what 11 p.m. for you. It's too late to brunch.
True. I do have me some nuggies and taters in the air fryer. I could probably go get. Let's see, and then but then we had the great Mario RPG, Legend of Seven Stars.
As someone who was super into RPGs back then, I didn't like it. I still don't, but I recognize that it is an incredible introductory RPG.
Um, let's see here. If ever, because everyone kept bringing it up, like, oh man, Mario RPG, that's the shit, you know. Back
Yeah.
in the day, yeah. Like, how come they don't make another game like it or something like that, you know? Like I would say, because well, first of all, I would say at least we're talking about the original, and there's a remake. But it didn't age well, especially the visuals.
Yeah.
The dialogue was really witty, and like I felt pretty like real, you know, like a lot of jokes. Um, and the one part where like Mario tried to punch a kid.
Yeah.
um, I never been crazy about that particular RPG mechanic where if you hit the button at the right time, you can do more damage or take less damage.
I,
Um,
I
uh,
will say my favorite thing about that game is the one villain who's just a complete man child who doesn't understand what anyone means by that he's captured a princess, he has to marry her. So the whole reason he's going along with his minion's idea to marry Princess Peach is because weddings have cake.
hmm,
Just like, oh boy, cake.
Peach loves cake.
I will say it was also fun having a game where both Peach and Bowser could be in the same party.
Oh yeah. Let's see. But but characters and the combat was always pretty cool. And I mean, the hell I got stuff going for it. I don't know. I just couldn't really get into it. I never really finished it myself.
Yeah.
I also like the leveling up system.
Yeah.
Like you want to put more into your attack, your health, what's special. So it did a lot of things right, and it's a shame we had to wait like so long to get another one.
You know, I have Paper Mario on my Wii U. I should plug that in.
Yes, you should. Um, yeah, just jumping ahead a little bit. Paper Mario. So I never really got to play that. Of course, I always thought the just like the paper motif was a little weird.
It's super
Uh,
it's super charming what little I have played of it though.
and But yeah, it's still very unique, and they did a lot of them. Although I hear like the first three are good, the second three are bad,
Yeah,
or something like that.
that's what I've heard.
Um,
Uh,
but yeah, I would say yeah, the 64 I thought was like such a very Nintendo system,
yeah.
especially very Mario. But yeah, Mario Kart 64 was freaking epic, which probably kind of considered like the best one up until 8.
I really like Double Dash.
Uh, I didn't get to play too much Double Dash, but I remember I would just team up with Bowser and Peach, make Team Bowsette.
So wait, if they're making Bowsette, does that mean after each race they
You see how many Koopa Kids there are.
I'll look into that later on a specific website. Anyway, um I think probably we're almost skipping one of the most influential games of all time,
Hotel Mario?
Mario 64.
Oh, yeah. Yeah, we're just getting there.
God, that game was a watershed moment in 3D platforming.
Yeah.
Oh, oh, oh,
Second ever 3D platform, really.
I mean, Bubsy 3D came out after it, but it was in development
Oh, right.
before it.
Okay, that's where you get
But
confused.
the thing is, like, everyone talks about how, well, someone would have done it if Nintendo had. Doesn't matter. Nintendo did. Nintendo did what Genesis didn't.
Ta! See what you did there. Yeah, it's like, that was such an incredible game. Uh, and so many levels, so much to do. Just the, uh, yeah, it's more young, uh, yeah, I got no words, man.
So many secrets.
Yeah, that too.
Fucking
It's kind of open worldish, like sandboxy. It was kind
like
of like a 3D version of Castlevania.
like
Yeah,
the fact of the matter is, for such an early 3D platformer to knock it that far out of the park to the point where it just codified how 3D platformers worked.
yeah. Tell you, it's a Metroidvania.
Like we'd had some other 3D platformers, but they had tank controls because they were focused around slow precision jumping. So it made perfect sense for PUBG 3D to control like that, given that it was in development before Mario 64. But delays made it come out after Mario 64. And once again, Bubsy destroyed himself.
Yeah. Well, I like how apparently the lead developer for Bubsy got to play Mario 64 at some kind of expo or something. He's like, oh fuck, we're in trouble.
Yeah. There wasn't enough time before release for them to just make it like Mario 64.
Yeah. Imagine they got a redemption chance. This is.
I mean, there have been a couple of Bubsy games since then, and they're really bad 2D platformers.
Yeah. Even one like 10 years ago.
Yeah,
It
God.
was still bad. It's like, why do you keep giving them chances?
I mean, anyone can just publish an indie game these days.
Let's see here, and actually not a Mario game, but I don't know what I'll get to talk about again. But Diddy Kong Racing, so underrated. Such a colorful journey. Um,
I,
Also had Banjo Kazooie and freaking Conker before he was an asshole.
I I feel like the only one who didn't like Conker's Bad Fur Day.
Uh,
Like, everyone kept telling me how funny it was, and then, oh, a giant singing poop. I'm laughing so hard, guys.
it's just,
Oh,
I wasn't crazy about myself.
it's got corn in it. Okay, that's funny.
Let's see here. Then we got then, well, in a very cute game, Yoshi's Story. Uh,
Yoshi's Story was fucking adorable.
oh yeah, and I played that as Chibi Tilly, and I get like, this is so wholesome.
Yeah, it
Uh,
was very good.
oh yeah, definitely tell it's made for little kids because they basically handled your hand for those boss fights. Like I don't think you could die in the boss fights.
Yeah, but as far as little kids games go, it's something that like adults can enjoy too. It's just got the nice vibes. You're having an adventure, saving the eggs.
I'll be right back.
Have fun, don't drown.
Okay. So, you know what I thought of a really good podcast topic?
What's that?
Let's look at Mario products.
Oh shit! I used
The
to have like
amount
a
of merch.
I used to have a Mario wastebasket when I was a kid.
Eh.
I loved that thing. Unfortunately, it died.
Oh, yeah.
It didn't survive the move from Montana to Yakima.
Ooh. It was probably made of plastic, so it probably got cracked.
Uh, Tin, so it bent
Mm.
real bad.
How is Montana?
Terrible. Never go there.
Gotcha. But,
Everyone's on meth, racist, or on meth that makes you racist.
huh. There's like a non-racist breath?
I mean, the joke is that the Nazis invented meth, so.
Oh.
Yeah, they called it Pervidin, but
No.
it was meth, and it was invented for the Blitzkrieg.
That's bad for being part German.
There's a lot of really off the wall shit that was invented during World War II, either to fight the Nazis or by the Nazis.
Yeah, that was definitely a time.
Yeah.
But
Spoofy Cat, what are you doing?
you know what's another time? When Mario Golf came out.
Oh, hell yeah. Mario Golf was great, actually.
Let's see. Yeah, like a 64 one actually was pretty good. More so better than the GameCube version. But I would say yeah, I'd say the new one was actually pretty good too. Yeah, they're all consistently pretty good. You know, they take golf, which is generally like a boring type of thing to watch, and made it decent.
What's really wild to me is that, like, after Mario Tennis and Mario Golf came out on the N64,
Mm-hmm.
they released Game Boy Color versions that were a golf RPG and a tennis RPG, respectively.
Interesting.
They were real interesting games. I can't say tennis in an RPG format really works because, you know, replacing RPG content with a million games of tennis, but it was interesting conceptually.
Yeah, I could see it being like kind of more of like a an action RPG.
Yeah. I mean, the problem is you had to play an ungodly amount of games of tennis.
Like, can you imagine it just be like kind of like a beat 'em up type of game where like you bouncing the balls off the walls to hit people.
That would have been pretty cool. My cat has forced her way in games. Hello, kitty cat. No. Put you on the floor. Sorry about her.
That's okay. Oh, man. For some reason, the second time at a recent podcast, I'm reminded of WWF Betrayal.
Oh, no.
Have you seen that game?
Uh, Off the top of my head, I don't think so.
Yeah, it's basically for the Game Boy Color, and it's a actual a WWF beat 'em up game. Uh,
It sounds awful.
yeah, you can only play as either Rock, Triple H, Undertaker, or Badass Undertaker, I think, and Stone Cold. And so I start off with like this random match. I think you like get screwed over, but usually it's Triple H. If you're not playing him, he's like
No.
the main villain. But then it did so you jump out of the ring, and you're just kind of beating up referees and security guards, and just beat them up, and then you get to Vince's office, and he's like, "Stephanie's been kidnapped. We gotta save her." And so now it's up to you, the wrestler, to go beat up more people. Um,
It
and the other few wrestlers are bosses, and eventually
actually,
ends up on a rooftop.
this actually sounds incredible now.
It is incredible. Look up WWF Betrayal Game Boy Color.
Kitty cat. Okay, you have to get down.
Speaking of portables, I really want to play the DS version of Mario 64.
A lot of people will tell you it just doesn't work because of the D-pad, but you know, they're wrong.
Yeah, it's like emulated, dumbass. Use a joystick.
Like, even then it won't work because of the 8-directional nature of a D-pad. No, it works just fine.
Mm-hmm.
Um, like, I get it if you're one of those speedrunners who needs it to control exactly the same to repeat, like, the same 3 things over and over again, which is not a diss at speedrunners. Speedrunning is incredible to watch, but it's not a concern for most players.
Yeah, I wasn't crazy about speed. Never really been too crazy about speedrunning myself. Sometimes it's like neat to watch, but it's like I don't like seeing a game get broken. I like seeing a game played as intended.
See, I like seeing a game get broke in certain ways. Um, I've started to like speedrunning more and more as developers become bigger and bigger assholes about it. Um,
How so?
the guys behind One Crab's Treasure or whatever it's called have been like calling out speedrunners for using lame strategies lately, and I'm like, damn, these people devote themselves to your games this much, and you're that mean about it.
I'm actually like, it was supposed to be, played a certain way.
Yeah,
Um,
but once it's in the player's hands, all bets are off.
it's like, no, what is it? I remember there was like one anime where the creator's like, I just don't like when people cosplay my characters because like like that wasn't made for them to benefit off views and money and stuff. That my
And
creations.
then and everyone cosplays their characters because death of the author.
Mm-hmm.
Like, once you put something out there, you no longer have that power. Which can be good or bad. Like in the case of speedrunning, often these games' biggest fans will explore every single asset of the game to beat it as fast as they can. And there's a lot of beauty in that. And it's genuinely funny when developers are assholes about it because, yeah, being assholes to your biggest fans is always a good idea.
Oh, by the way, I'm gonna put betrayal in the game chat channel. Just look at these screenshots.
uh, that looks a lot better than I thought it would. I'm not a huge fan of American Badass Undertaker, but he's still the Undertaker.
Yeah. I definitely want this game to just beat in like to me like 20 minutes or so, 30 minutes. It's pretty short.
It's a handheld.
Yeah. But Pokemon's like, hold them up here. Uh, oh yeah, let's see here. Back on the Mario wagon though. I'll say 64 is better than Donkey Kong 64. Anyways, but it also was kind of started like the collectathon genre too. Um,
Yeah.
yeah, run around, like kind of like so Spyro and emulated, and Donkey Kong in some games emulated that. But I'd say probably also even my favorite 64 game was Mario Party. Uh, I thought that was such a
Yeah.
neat experience, and just all from the mini games to the maps to the competition, and that hilarious ass commercial. Yeah, me and you.
Yeah. Mario 64 and or not Mario Party and Smash Brothers 64 were like game changers for me. Because never really expect to get hit by a game like that fashion.
Yeah, and also, yeah, there was the old, like, oh, it's gonna ruin your friendship sort of saying, or you never know what's gonna happen. As well, too, it's like you could be winning one turn, and then like 5 turns later, you're in last place, and everyone's got 3 more stars than you do.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, like, oh, I'm in the lead, but I'm gonna lean on Bowser on purpose. Oh, Bowser gave me everyone else's stars. Fucking
Yeah.
agent. Oh man. Let's see here. But yeah, there was a 64 disk drive that didn't really work out. That had.
No, that did not work out at all.
Oh yeah, I forgot to mention that. But yeah, Mario Tennis was actually Waluigi's first game,
Yeah. He was created because Mario needed a doubles partner.
and Waluigi technically did get a game where he was like the main antagonist in like a Mario Dance game that Nintendo wants you to forget about.
Yeah.
Let's see here. But yeah, we arrive at the GameCube.
It's cubular and it plays games.
Got a handle on it.
Uh, I remember Nintendo Power trying really hard at the time to make the GameCube's lack of features into a selling point.
Oh, like it's simplistic.
It was I remember this 10 reasons why the GameCube not playing DVDs is the best thing that'll ever happen to you. And it's like, the one that sticks with me is your mom can't rent Meg Ryan DVDs. Make the game you rented gather dust for the entire time.
Sounds a little too try hard.
Yeah, like they were trying. They were failing, but they were trying.
Yeah, and they go with purple as the main color was as a little too I guess like feminine. Especially when the gaming setting was more male dominant at the time.
Philistines, purple is the color of royalty. Um, there was also the fact that the PS2 sold primarily at first, at least, not as a game console, but because it was cheaper than DVD players on the market.
Yeah.
Which is genuinely funny.
Let's see. I wonder why did they choose to go with game like mini disc? Because these.
Because piracy had been a huge problem
Right.
for disc-based consoles in Japan.
Yeah, you probably saw how fucking the Dreamcast was tanking because of that shit.
Yeah. Um, a lot of people will credit Nintendo with basically everything bad about the games industry forever. But Sony and Sega are the reasons that Nintendo came out so hardcore anti-piracy, because the TLDR is that most of the laws Nintendo is forced to pursue action because of are in place because of Sony and a commercial emulator called Bleem and Harmony Gold, which is different thing. TLDR, they licensed footage for Macross for so long that they owned the American copyright to Macross. So the Japanese production companies were not allowed to bring Macross West because of fucking Robotech.
So I mean, on anime, but also I noticed too, like there was an obsessive amount of Mario Party games on GameCube.
Oh yeah.
At least 4.
Yeah.
And but then so we had Luigi's Mansion, which was like I don't know if it was a launch title, but it came out pretty early. Total different take. It was like kind of like a spoof of Spiral Horror.
I really liked Luigi's Mansion.
Yeah, I've mentioned this a lot lately, but whenever I play Luigi's Mansion, apparently on stream I turn into a gremlin. Because as soon as I snag one, I'm like, come here, yellow one. I got you. Come here.
That's just kind of the mood.
Yeah. And but yeah, it's such a beautiful game. And happy that the second game is finally coming out to Switch.
Yeah.
Yeah. That was kind of weird. Like the middle game is handheld exclusive for the longest time.
Yeah.
Not too many people are crazy about Super Mario Sunshine. How about you?
I really liked it.
Yeah.
It was just fun. Like most Mario games, moving around was a joy to do. And the water was fun to play with.
So yeah, I mean, I do love a tropical theme, so it might be for me. I should try it. And let's see here. Then Smash Bros. Melee, which is clearly like one of the best ones. Now I get to play that one,
I
but
have feelings about Melee.
express those feelings.
I was regionally banned for sweeping a tournament with a low tier character, which meant I must have been match fixing.
How do you even do that?
All of my opponents were banned too, which this was before like Evo was a thing, I think.
Mm-hmm.
It was like 2004, 2005. Like people were taking it way too seriously.
Yeah. Oh yeah, you can't bring Meta Knight. Just...
Before Meta Knight. I swept the tournament as Roy, and people got really mad because Roy was low tier in Melee.
Let's see here, but yeah, that's pretty petty.
Yeah.
Okay, and our next game on our list here. I think that's really it for as far as the notable GameCube games go. Everything else got like a spin-off sequel, whether it be sports or parties and whatnot.
Mario Strikers was really fun. I wish there were more soccer games in general that weren't realistic.
Yeah, we need a sequel to Mega Man Soccer.
God. Mega Man Soccer needs a ROM hack to see the ending of.
Yeah.
Such a thrown together game. But we need a Mega Man Mario crossover soccer.
Oh, that would be kind of neat. Yeah, and it's like, yeah, and we finally saw when Mario and Sonic finally came together in the weirdest way.
Honestly, those games were pretty fun.
Oh,
Like the mini games were simple, but if you're gonna do a mini game compilation, it might as well be Mario versus Sonic at the Olympic Games.
like some people were saying, it was kind of like it was too like straight and not like not cartoony enough. Like say like if say like like say Bowser loses, he could rampage the stands and stuff like that. Like there wasn't really enough flavor, personality to the game.
Yeah, I agree, but they were still fun. Like just as a baseline, this is fun to fuck around with.
But yeah, it would be nice though if we actually got like a legit like Mario and Sonic adventure, like a platform adventure.
Yeah,
Because they do two types of styles with the Sonic, games of Genesis and whatnot, or generations.
yeah. I mean, there was Somari on the bootleg NES games.
Samari.
Yeah, it's a Sonic clone with Mario.
Oh,
It's
okay.
really bad.
Sounds like it.
There's also
Uh,
Sonic on Super Nintendo, which was a hack of a Speedy Gonzalez game to turn Speedy into Sonic.
let's see here. On we see. Oh, they only finally got Mario Galaxy, which I hear is pretty good.
Mario Galaxy is good.
And I got a direct sequel on the same platform too, which is surprising. Uh, so when they get like one main Mario platformer, 3D platformer, and then wait the next generation.
I will be right back. I just heard something happen at my screen door. Sorry.
Okay.
For some reason, stray cat attacking my screen door.
Oh,
Sorry about that, Tilly.
forgiven. Okay. And, let's see here. What was I about to say? Oh yeah, Galaxy. Oh yeah, it's kind of rare that we got. Cause normally you get like one main Mario 3D game, and then that's it. You wait till the next generation.
Yeah. Um, Mario Galaxy was really fun and unique too.
Oh yeah, that's some interesting power ups as well.
Yeah. I need to play more of it. Like I got batteries for my Wii remotes just to do so.
Nice. Now the batteries are collecting dust. Let's see here. Then we have pretty much like they had Mario or like Super Smash Bros. Brawl, which had that pretty cool storyline. Yeah, Subspace Emissary.
Brawl was a really good single player game.
Yeah,
I didn't like it as much in multiplayer.
I can see
Same
that.
same with Ultimate for me, but that's getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah, they introduced like the Ultimate Smashes, and so you're in the middle of fighting and stuff, and so it's like get the sang. Yes. Uh,
Yeah.
uh, and but yeah, I got a little bit too crazy to Smash just because what it's because like if you have just like say like just you and one other opponent, it gets boring.
Yeah.
But if you have multiple people on there, then the camera has to pan out. It's hard for me to track where I'm at.
Yeah. I was like a really serious Melee tournament player, and I've never been able to drum up the same enthusiasm since back then.
Hmm.
But I do have fun when I screw around with them in single player.
Let's see here. Oh, then we also had the new Super Mario Brothers games, which kind of tried to harken back to the days of, like, say, Mario 3. They're all right. They're a little hard though. Let's see. I remember, yeah, it'd be like some multiplayer madness too, with
Yeah.
all bubbles and stuff. And of course Luigi got. Yeah, people thought it was kind of a missed opportunity not having like Waluigi and Wario in it instead of two random Toads. Like one Toad's
Yeah.
fine, but two, really?
Yeah. And then what the hell is Nintendo thinking by pointing out to Luigi that the Peachette crown only works on Toadette? Are they calling out Luigi?
And then
Just afraid of how good he looks in a dress.
possibly. Yeah, hey, Nintendo, can you just make Bowser canon, please?
I don't know. Do we want that after what they did to Linkle?
What to do to Linkle?
Turned her into a joke character in Hyrule Warriors Definitive Edition.
I have to look this up, but I don't know. I feel like Bowser's like money on the table.
Yeah, Linkle's story is its own separated storyline where she just goes off in the wrong direction and has an adventure because she thinks she's the hero. Isn't that so funny? The Chalk Eaters have my definitive Bowsette song. Just Bowser puts on the crown. He's been in love with Mario the whole time. Sorry, Bowser Jr., she's your mom now.
That's an interesting twist.
God. The Chalk Eaters Bowsette song. I will link it in game chat. I recommend listening to it. There was actually a fan music video with several different animation styles. Bowsette in 23 animation styles. There it is. Not listening now, though. Pause immediately.
Damn, finally got an update for like Arcwitch I did like over a year ago.
I haven't done a commission in a long time. Everything
Yeah,
I've gotten, I think I've gotten from my own streaming overlay and stuff is stuff I've won in raffles. Then I
yeah,
had to
that's.
then I had to go back to my PNG because these mentals sure do illness. My face isn't animated enough for an animated avatar. But these mental illnesses are why I know so much about Mario, so there you go.
Oh man, so you can't use your 3D one anymore.
Yeah, like my face doesn't move enough naturally for it to notice me moving. Could also just be that my camera's shitty.
Yeah, but like let's see. Here was I guess about Super Mario 3D World. We got cats in that one.
Yeah, like the Super Mario 3D World games are fun,
Yeah.
but I feel like they're missing something.
Yeah, I did kind of feel a little off. Uh,
Like they're not bad. Like they're definitely like solid 7 out of 10, but better than Breath of the Wild. But you know, they just feel like they're missing something. Even if they're a good tightly focused experience that I would recommend.
Let's see here, and but then there was like the was it the Bowser's Fury? Uh, Thought that was a very unique experience. First of all, I love oceanic levels.
Yeah,
And But to have whole basically kaiju Bowser mechanics. That was interesting because sometimes it's like he's like fucking pantsing freaking like scary.
yeah,
And then when you fucking grow, then it's like a fucking kaiju fight.
yeah.
Um, so yeah, I thought it was really good. And
I've heard it was good.
What'd you think of Captain Toad Treasure Tracker?
I haven't played it. I'm not huge on puzzle games because my brain doesn't brain very brainly.
Uh, what about Yoshi's Woolly World?
Also, haven't played that one yet. It's on the planning to play though.
Yeah.
Once I get off my butt and hack my Wii U.
Let's see. I had a friend that was good sending me one of those PlayStation Minis that I was hoping to hack, but I guess they never came in the mail.
Oh,
Let's see here. Oh yeah, the Virtual Boy. This is
I
which
I will die on this hill. The Virtual Boy wasn't that bad.
I agree. They gave up a little early.
Yeah. The main problem was that Nintendo's affordability combined with the technology at hand made it worse than it could have been. The LED technology meant that they were basically stuck using red LEDs if they wanted it to be affordable.
Mm,
And that was a fast track ticket to a headache for most people.
yeah.
Um,
Let's see here. Game Boy Color. Nothing too crazy. The one notable thing, Mario Family, which came with the fucking a sewing machine.
Honestly, it's the perfect gift for grandma if you want a
Yeah.
Mario sweater.
Yeah.
Um,
Uh, Here, released only in Japan, compatible with Jaguar's JN100 sewing machine. Uh, so I would love to have a machine that could fucking sew on Mario patterns for me.
it was an era of throwing shit at the wall to see what stuck.
That's true. We gotta watch that Mario freaking merchandise episode, or do a Mario merchandise podcast.
Yeah.
Let's see here. Mario Cement Factory. Oh, it's for the game for the little Atari or Jaguar Game Watch things.
Yeah. The Game and Watch is basically what led to the creation of the Game Boy. Um, Gunpei Yokoi had the idea because the man loved his gadgets. Looking at a businessman fiddle with a digital watch on the train, and that's why we have the Game Boy.
Um, and then for the Game Boy Advance, like notable entry was the Mario and Luigi's Superstar Saga.
Yeah, those were real good.
Oh yeah, it's basically if you liked the RPG mechanics from Paper Mario, but it didn't really necessarily have the that weird paper aesthetic. Um, then and it's good stories. I like how the future releases added on additional mini campaigns. Um, Here Bowser's Inside Story was really good.
Doubling back to original Game Boy, I think
Uh,
it's genuinely forgotten how incredibly impressive the two Super Mario Land games were at the time.
oh yeah, I like the one with like the rabbit ears.
Yeah,
Um,
like that Super Mario Land 1 was like a fully featured platformer on a handheld console. Was like the contemporaries of the Game Boy were shit like Tiger Electronic handhelds, night and day. And then Mario Land 2 comes along, and it's a full-on Mario World style adventure. Go to different worlds and do levels in them. That shit was fire. Like, it's hard to articulate how there really wasn't competition for the Game Boy in a meaningful time frame for
Yeah.
Nintendo not to dominate the handheld market, just because they were releasing real games on handheld. You know what I mean? Like the Atari Jaguar, or the not Jaguar, the Atari Lynx and the Sega Game Gear weren't bad, but they ate batteries like pop.
Yeah, that's true.
Like, you could expect to go through an entire set of batteries in a 4-hour car trip with a Lynx or a Game Gear. But the Game Boy not only had real games, you get 12 hours out of 4 AA's
Nice.
compared
Uh,
to 4 hours out of 8 AA's in the Lynx.
yeah, like I remember, yeah, well, if you like had like a bunch of batteries for on the side, you felt like you were just like yeah, you were in heaven, yeah. Like I'm set. Yeah, I feel like on top of the world. Yeah, box full of games. Yeah, a pack of batteries. Oh shit. Yeah.
You're loading up for a car trip. You've got your fucking worm light. You've got your fucking 12 pack of AA batteries. You're going cross country. You've got real games like Mario Land, Mario Land 2, uh, later on Pokemon. Like that's why the Game Boy killed everything else. Like you load up, your parents are talking about boring shit in the front of the car, but
Yeah.
you're hanging out with Mario. Right?
Oh, let's see here. Then but then, well, if you don't feel like say you don't feel like hanging out with Mario, how about Super Princess Peach?
It was a really good game.
Oh yeah. Yeah. It's crazy we had to wait so long to get another Peach game.
Yeah.
Um, but I kept dropping hints like, hey, it got released a week before my birthday. Hint, hint.
Oh damn.
I got multiple presents, but not Super Princess Peach. Uh, or Peach's, Showtime. It's like, finally we can see that Peach can be a badass. Um, yeah. Because a lot of people were pretty miffed that, like Peach was able to freaking defend herself a bit in the movie.
Eh, you know, it is what it is. Like, it's not like Mario has a solid canon or anything. Like, there's a million different iterations of this continuity to the point where there is no continuity. If if
Okay,
if
but
if Peach can slam you with her ass and make you explode in Super Smash Brothers, why doesn't she just do that to Bowser?
maybe it's this kind of stuff that just makes Bowser more of a threat, and he can overcome that badass.
Yeah. Or maybe it's all like maybe Mario is the ace best friend who's helping Peach and Bowser with their kidnapping and rescue kink play.
That's been like the main theories for the longest time.
Yeah, I've been one of its biggest champions for a long time.
Oh yeah, Mario Hoops 3 on 3. There are not enough Mario basketball games.
There really aren't. I didn't even know there were any.
What's funny is that I had like a little crossover for a couple Final Fantasy characters.
Wow.
Yeah, there's like Black Mage and White Mage in there. Let's see. PS wise, not seeing anything too crazy. Same. Okay, the Switch. Let's see here. Mario Kart 8's freaking awesome. You know, it's like so much variety.
Yeah. People are really angry they shut down Super Mario 35, but I think they saw the writing on the wall that there just wasn't enough there to keep it interesting.
Uh, let's see. Uh, I never played it, so I can't really comment. But
It was just a Mario Battle Royale where everyone tried to survive the longest.
yeah.
Like we've seen other games in this vein come and go, like Soviet jump games survived like a month.
Let's see. What do you think of Mario and Rabbids?
I haven't played it. I've heard it's actually a decent strategy game though.
Yeah. Yeah. It's like if you feel like Mario's like they play a little too safe or something, then play Mario and Rabbids. It's like and sequel, which actually has a lot of DLC. Um, let's see here, and I think we kind of covered all the main franchises.
Yeah,
Yeah, pretty much.
I think that's the long and short of it.
Where do you think Mario goes from here?
I'd say to the moon, but he's been there.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, he's more Rosalina. Yeah, in these games.
Yeah. I don't know where Mario goes next. Mario Odyssey was pretty cool from what I've seen. I haven't played it.
Oh yeah.
Honestly, I think Nintendo might be winding down some of its major franchises because there's just not much place to go with them anymore.
Oh yeah, that reminds me. Fucking Super Mario Maker.
Oh yeah, I forgot about that. A lot of suffering for the game rooms.
Sure. But like, cause like like how can you really make it our 2D platform anymore?
Yeah.
It's got
Well,
that, and that has infinite gameplay.
the thing is, with Super Mario Maker, it's not the game for the layman.
Yeah.
Like, it's not a game for someone who enjoys just playing Mario levels. It's a it's a meme game, and it has been like since launch. People don't make normal levels in Mario Maker. They make sadistic challenges.
Yeah, that's fair. I saw some neat ones too. Like someone actually made like a wrestling ring and stuff like that.
Oh, nice.
Uh, but yep. So I think basically it's like with like the Peach game, the Luigi game, it's time for them to really start exploring the other characters.
Yeah, I would say so too. I don't think they will on any huge effort filled level, but I think they will. Like, I hope they release a Luigi platform instead of another Luigi's Mansion game.
Yeah. Uh, okay. Although, let's see. What's your favorite Mario games? Bunch.
Let's see, this isn't really a dark horse pick, but Mario 2 US and Mario 3 are my two favorite just because, like, I played them as a little kid and they were so imaginative at the time.
Yeah.
Like, being stuck in your bedroom in, you know, it's during summer vacation because, you don't really have a lot of local friends, Mario's there for you.
Let's see.
Also played a lot of Zelda 2 at that age.
Oh wow.
Well,
That was a little difficult.
my Zelda 1 cartridge had a burned out battery. I did beat it though. What's your favorite Mario game, Tilly?
Uh, hmm. I don't know why you put the spotlight on me. You're the star. I'm just the host. But hmm.
Oh, I showed you mine. You have to show me yours.
Okay. Let's see here. I guess I'll whip out hmm. Maybe Mario 64. Yeah.
That's also a really good pick because it's foundational to 3D platformers.
Yeah, and because I really love free platforms. Not too great 2D ones, but 3D ones I'm pretty decent at. As that's why I'm always like beating all my friends at Fall Guys.
That's fair.
Um, yeah, and it's just before it's kind of like the only like Nintendo console I had when it during its launch period.
Yeah.
Um, and it was like the first Metroidvania, the first collectathon, the first real platformer, and yeah, it's a good time.
I didn't really have an N64 for the longest time. I had a PlayStation in the living room and an NES in my bedroom. I was the weird kid who sometimes played Final Fantasy VII, but spent most of his time playing Final Fantasy.
Uh,
Resident Evil, can I interest you in DuckTales? Actually, Dark Horse pick. I think my second favorite, because the first two are tied, Mario Sunshine.
oh yeah, that's definitely Dark Horsey.
Um, the story towards the end of Mario Sunshine gets so off the wall. And Bowser wasn't even there to fight Mario. He was on vacation and he just told Bowser Jr. that Peach was his mom to get him out of his hair.
What the funniest thing is too is that because like I think she actually fucked Bowser because when she's like, "I'm your mom," and she actually had to stop and say goodbye.
Yeah. Fucking Mario looking over at her like, really? Huh. Just,
Oh,
just okay.
and some people are pissed that you collect all the red coins and all the stars and shine sprites and stuff, and you got nothing for it but like a fucking postcard.
Yeah.
What it says this?
I don't know. Well, let's tap my emotional support pumpkin and ask him what his favorite Mario game is.
I've never played a single one.
Sure, you haven't.
I'm serious. Never.
I got a little inside check.
No, he's being honest, but I'm gonna have to change that when I move down
Yeah.
there.
Oh yeah. It's the music.
Challenge accepted, little pumpkin.
Woo.
Now you're gonna be going waha or something like that at the end of the night.
Wahoo.
Anyways, darling, thank you so much for hanging out with me, darling. Yeah,
Eh,
it seems nice and chill.
thanks for
Uh,
having me, Tilly. Always a pleasure.
oh yeah, and yeah, we'll definitely pick up our Mario more in the future. Um, but hope you have you on here as well and as a guest. Anyways, darlings, you all have a good night. Thanks for hanging out with us. What is your favorite Mario games and media? Or weird Mario products? List them below in the comments. Love yous.
Bye, nerds.